Next exercise is the lunge. The drop lunge, to be more precise. Okay? So you're going to start with your left foot forward or right foot forward. Okay? The other foot is going to be back. And this exercise is a little technical. There's a couple points that you definitely want to keep in mind while you're doing this. The first point is you want to keep your shoulder blades pinched together and keep your shoulder blades back. A lot of times in the lunge we have that tendency to want to come forward. We want to keep our shoulders back, keep our spine nice and vertical, pointed upwards. The second most important thing is your drawn in maneuver, keeping that belly button pulled in so your back can stay nice and straight, nice and vertical, and your shoulder blades back. Okay? You're going to bring up the band, okay, to where your elbows are at 90 degrees. You can hold it this way, whatever way is comfortable, and you're going to bend in your front hip, in your front knee, and then extending and standing straight back up. Bending at your front hip and your knee and back up. With this exercise, all my weight, majority of my weight, is being distributed in my left heel. So when I come down, all the weight is in my left heel, and as I'm standing back up, I'm driving through my left heel. That really not only gets my quad, but it really starts activating my calves, my hamstrings, and my glutes. Then we're switching, bringing our right foot forward, or left if you started with the right. Left leg back, shoulder blades back, belly button pulled in, and bending at the front knee and front hip. 12 to 15 repetitions each leg. Good. Marching it out, keeping the heart rate up. By this time, you should be getting a little warm. Your body should be warm, maybe a little bit of a sweat. Breathing a little hard. I know I am starting to a little bit. Doesn't seem like it's very, very hard exercises, but once you put them in a sequence like this, it can actually get really challenging and really challenge you and give you the feeling that you're really getting a good workout. That, and probably because maybe it's probably the highest it's been in San Diego during this time of the year as far as heat wise, that could be an issue too. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do lateral raises. And I'll show you with both bands, okay, because the hand placement is different. I'll show you with the tubing first, okay. Like the squat, you're going to stand right in the middle of the tubing. Your feet are about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit outside of shoulder width. Your shoulders are back. Your belly button is pulled in nice and tight. Your core is activated. You're lifting your arms out to your side to shoulder height. Back down to your side, lifting them back up to shoulder height and down. When you're at the top, getting a nice pause, staying in control, and coming back down. 1 to 2 second pause, and back down. So now with the band, same thing. Feet hip width apart. Good. Coming up to where your thumbs are pointing up towards the air. Good. Still working your deltoid muscle in your shoulder. Coming up to your side and back down. There you go. So right now we've done 7 exercises. We've done the squat, we've done a row, we've done chest, we've done crunch, we've done our triceps, we did some lunges, we did another leg exercise, we just did our shoulders. Now we're lastly going to work on our biceps. We can't neglect the biceps. So after 30 seconds of marching in place or doing your jumping jacks, we're going to assume the same position as we did in the previous exercise when we did our shoulders. Your hands are going to be at your side. Now with this band, it's easier ergonomically to have your hands balled up in a fist, where your fists are pointed forward, your wrists are at neutral. You're gonna start with your hands at your side, shoulders back, belly button pulled in, keeping your elbows, and this is particularly important, especially important, to keep your elbows glued at your side, and you're curling, flexing at your elbows, bringing up the resistance, getting a good squeeze in your biceps, and lowering it nice and slow and controlled. Getting a good squeeze at the top, and nice and slow. Okay. To start, it's always good just to do the exercises in a nice, slow, and controlled motion, so you can get an idea and get a feel for how it's supposed to feel, how you're supposed to look. And speaking of look, that's another great thing. If there's, a mirror or something you have at home, it's good to have. It gets a bad name. People think they like to look at themselves, which is true for a lot of the time. But it's really good because you have something there to look at your form. I may not be there in your home, or Delia may not be there, but a mirror will actually give a good reflection of how well you're doing the exercise. So if your mechanics are off in a certain area, you're able to pick it up and correct it. So you really get to look at your form and actually train yourself with the mirror. So if you have one of those, that's a good device too, a good tool as well. Okay, and now with the band, with the tubing, I'll bring my feet out a little wider so I can get some more resistance here. Starting in the same position, except for this time your palms are facing forward, and same thing, you're flexing at the elbow. Shoulders back, belly button pulled in, and down. There you go. Okay, so just to recap, with circuit training, 8 to 10 exercises, 12 to 15 repetitions. To start, a nice slow tempo till you get the form. And then once you kind of get the hang of it, you can increase that to a medium to fast tempo. You want to train with circuit training, you could do about 2 to 4 times per week. And then resting, after each exercise, resting about 30 seconds. But for me, I really like to keep my body active. I don't like to stand still. And so, like I demonstrated, you can march in place, you could do jumping jacks. If you have stairs at your home, you can climb some stairs. You could walk around the block, walk around your backyard. Whatever it is that you do, jump rope, whatever it is you do that is healthy for you, so that you can keep your heart rate up while you're resting or while you're transitioning from exercise to exercise. After we complete the circuit like I just did, you want to give yourself a little bit of time, about 2 to 3 minutes, just to relax. And just let your muscles recuperate a little bit. Just let them get a little bit of rest. Let them get recharged for the next go around, which is your second circuit, or you can do a third circuit. So anywhere from 1 to 3 circuits every training session. If you have any questions or any comments or any thoughts, please feel free to contact Delia at her website. And then also, if you're looking for a non-intimidating, a fun, carefree place to get a workout, a gym with some machines and some high-class instruction and very friendly people, that is also a time where you can inquire about that with Delia as well. Again, my name is Cavitt Fowler. I hope you enjoyed this time. I hope you got a little bit out of it, and we hope to see you in the future with some more fun exercises.